Yo, what's up, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Wisdom Seekers University. Y'all already know what it is. We about to get it in one more time. So I'm just going to let y'all just follow the logic, So we about to start off defining the word idol. All right? I don't really know where I'm going with this. But y'all definitely about to see if y'all idol worshipers or not. That's the objective. Are you an idol worshiper or not? Yeah, that's the topic. Do you worship idols or not? All right. So the word idol, for the ones that can see it, is an image or representation of a god used as an object of worship. So off the bat, what we say off the bat in the South, off the bat, right? An idol is an image or representation of a god used as an object of worship. So now I might as well just stop the video right now. Because that should answer your question. Now the next definition is a person or thing that is greatly admired, loved, or revered. A person or thing that is greatly admired, loved, or revered. That definition right there make it even worse, don't it? Don't it now? That cover everybody, huh? So off the bat, what's going on? So now let's look at some of these synonyms, right? Now, some synonyms where it says similar. That I remember a while back, it used to say synonyms, but now they didn't change it to similar. But it means synonyms for the ones who don't know. Idol, other words for idols, icons, gods, image, likeness, fetish, totem, statue, figure, figurine, doll, carving, graven image, false god, effigy, golden calf. You understand? Straight up. For the ones that's only listening to my voice and may not be watching the video like that, I'm going to say it again. An idol is an image or representation of a god used as an object of worship. Synonyms are icon, god, image, likeness, fetish, totem, statue, figure, figurine, doll, like DOLL, carving, graven image, false god, effigy, golden calf, right? Golden calf. Now the objective of this video, again, is for you to ask yourself the question, do you worship idols or not? Ask yourself that question. I can't answer that for you. You got to answer that for yourself. I'm just giving you the information where that you can discern, where that you can judge your actions, right? So now, let's get into a couple of these synonyms before we come back to the other one, other definition. Well, as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and go on down to this other definition and look at some of these synonyms and read these out. The definition is a person or thing that is greatly admired, loved, or revered. First of all, let's deal with that. Y'all already know where I'm going with this. A person that people greatly admire God, or let me say it like this: people greatly admire Jesus. Jesus, the man that walked on this earth, that was God in the flesh. That's what they tell you in tradition, in the doctrine of men, in fables. That's what they tell you. But right here we see that will be clearly an idol. That clearly describes an idol. That's what I see. Like I say, for the ones that see, gonna see. For the ones that hear, gonna hear. You understand? I dust my shoes off, man, for the ones that don't want to hear. And for the ones that don't want to see. And I definitely don't mess with the ones that can see and can hear and just stubbornly reject themselves. Where they blind themselves. You understand? They refuse the truth. Excuse me. But let's deal with these synonyms. Hero, heroine, star, superstar, icon, celebrity, celebutante, that's what it say. Celebutante, favorite, darling, beloved, pet, apple of one's eye, pin up, heart throb, blue-eyed boy / girl. Whoa, wait a minute. Blue-eyed boy / girl. Golden boy / girl. Fair-haired boy / girl. Wait a minute. Y'all catching all this? You gotta do your own discernment. You gotta rock with your own common sense. You understand? You gotta do your own judging. Yeah, when I say judgment, I'm talking about common sense, wisdom, all that. So we just on the word itself, man. Idol, just the definition alone, letting you know. You know, it's enough information in definition alone for you to decide whether you on the left side or the right side, according to what you believe. If you believe you ain't supposed to worship idols and follow idols and all that type of stuff, then if you doing these things, that's exactly what you're doing. But if you feel like it's okay to worship idols and all that type of stuff, then in the religion that you in, that's okay. You understand? But if you're in religion with the false pretense that you're not worshiping idols, you are mentally ill. Real talk. If you follow any religion that subscribe to a certain entity, right? And you think that that's not idol worship, you are mentally ill. If you talk down on people that worship idols and all this type of stuff, and you don't realize that you are an idolater yourself, you are mentally ill. if you never looked up the word idol and you subscribe to a religion or a doctrine, you are mentally ill. And not only that word, but all the rest of the words that are very important, like spirit, light, flesh, body, mind, soul, stuff like that. If you have not looked up those key words, how do you know what you believe in? I'm just saying. I'm really asking that question. Because you don't know if you're worshiping an idol or not, if you don't know what it means, if you only have a perception of what it means. When we think of idols, when I used to think of idols before I decided to look it up, right? I looked at an idol as being like a false god. Or an idol is a false god, you see what I'm saying? Like a fake statue, you know what I mean? Like Baal and Moloch and all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I know I don't follow nothing, I don't worship nothing but God Almighty, right? And I was never taught the doctrine of worshiping Jesus Christ, though. I can't even lie and say that. But most people are taught that. They are taught to worship Jesus Christ. You understand? And so, with that being said, you're worshiping an idol. See, we're in a day and time where we can't be beating around the bush. I don't care about nobody's feelings. For real. The truth just gonna stand on its own. So if you following a celebrity, you know what I mean? People will be like, that's my idol. You understand? That's idolatry. You feel me? All right. So now let's check out icon and see what that means. Yeah, this probably gonna be a long video, but it's gonna be packed with knowledge. It's gonna be packed with so much information, so much insight coming from me. Along with going on with these crackers saying, just so y'all can peep game. And it ain't what these crackers saying. Just I need to put that down to set the record straight about that. Right. The ones that was here first, and I don't need to even say who it is and all that. The people that was here first is the ones that created all this language and everything else. Language started from a certain group of people, for the most part, and it branched out. You understand? The concept, the idea of it had already existed. You understand that? Through symbols and all that type of stuff. And end up being end up being turked or morphed, or symbols end up morphing into words, so to speak. But all words, all letters are symbols, though. All letters are symbols. You understand? All right. But anyway, let's deal with this icon. Let's see what the icon is. First thing we see when we click on icon, we see like a picture with like a Mary or somebody, some woman with the sun behind her head, looking like a representation of Jesus pictures, right? Boom, you see another one right there of Mary and the child, or whatever, iconography, whatever, right? But let's get into this shit. Yeah, no saying shit on purpose, man. Let's get into this shit, because now I'm getting mad and frustrated, you feel me? Not frustrated, but I'm getting mad at the motherfucker, right? And the shit pisses me off because I have people on some dumb time and they don't know it. You know what I mean? Like it's like you just see game being ran on your people. You know what I'm saying? You trying to let them know, hey man, run the game on you, and they defending them like, nah, man, he cool, man, he cool, man. That hurt right there, bro. Or you see that you getting smacked upside your head, you know what I mean, and then you just letting it go. It's like, bro, come on, man, what's happening with you? Especially by me being a big brother, right? You know what I mean? I wish I would see my little brother just getting hold and just punked and don't do nothing about it. You feel me? Like, nah, little bro, we ain't rocking like that. You know what I mean? Nigga, you finna do something, nigga, finna put something on your ass, right? Type shit. But when it comes to this religious stuff, man, you can't really do people like that, man. You know, they really take it the wrong way. Soon as you get talking about, soon as you mention Jesus' name, man, they get the fucking tripping. I'm just being real right now. Cause that's why I said it pisses me off. Got to tap dance around these motherfuckers. When these people blatantly in your goddamn face letting you know what the fuck is up, man. And they want, and everybody want a nigga to play dumb with their ass. Nigga not playing dumb with you motherfuckers, man. Our ancestors, they wrote this shit way back in the days. They left the signs right here in our goddamn face through the definition of the motherfucking words. But like they say, you put in a fucking book, a dumbass nigga ain't gonna look, you know? Yeah, a dumb nigga ain't gonna look, you feel me? Y'all got us fucked up. That's what I'm trying to say. Can put us all in no motherfucking box. Fuck your box. Actually, we do that circle shit, you feel? You feel what I'm saying? Nigga, my circle can turn to a motherfucking goddamn me box, you understand? Nigga, I'm a box in the goddamn circle, nigga. I'm out of all that shit, nigga. Oh, cracker. That's what I should be saying, cracker. Just saying, man, the bullshit got to stop, man. Dumb stupidity, dumb time got to stop. Anyway, it's gonna stop. It's already stopping right now. It's stopping at the sound of my voice. You understand me? It's stopping right now at the sound of my voice. But let's get into it, man, because I already know where they're finna go with this, and that's why I'm elaborating so long on the shit, because they with the fuck shit, man. And yeah, let's do it. But icon, what is the icon? An icon is a painting of Jesus Christ or another holy figure. What? Let me rewind that shit for you motherfuckers that don't hear good. You understand? For the motherfuckers who probably couldn't see it and couldn't hear it and run that shit back to you. Because the ones who own it, they already heard that shit loud and clear. We run that shit back again, man. Let me grab a couple more of you motherfuckers that don't listen too goddamn well. Yeah, I'm on my book shit right now. Damn right I'm cussing, man. You heard the fuck these folks just said. We just came from the word idol, man. And we just clicked on the word icon. And the first thing they say is a painting of Jesus Christ or another holy figure, comma, typically in a traditional style on wood, venerated and used as an aid to devotion in the Byzantine and other Eastern churches. But you got all these niggas talking about look to the east. Look to the east, look to the east, look to the east. What the fuck, man? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Look to the east of what, man? You don't know what the fuck they be talking about. Look to the east of your goddamn self, nigga. Called your right brain. Look to that east. Go grab some common sense up out of there. Go grab some intuition out of that thing. Grab some knowledge, some understanding, knowledge, and some overstanding, knowledge, and some understanding, wisdom. Put something in that brain you got called a muscle. Exercise your senses. You don't get this here unless you exercise your senses, man. Yeah. Thinking is art. Thinking is work, man. And I ain't even did no hard work right now. This easy work, man. Went from idol to icon, and they already talking crazy, man. All right. So let's get to the second definition of icon. It's a person or a thing regarded as a representative symbol or as worthy of veneration. A person or thing regarded as a representative symbol or as worthy of veneration, like a cross or something. All right, now let's get to computing. And computing is a symbol or graphic representation on a screen of a program, option, or window, especially one of several for selection. Okay, icons. Y'all know what icons is. Click on the icon. Click on the idol. All right, and linguistics is a sign whose form directly reflects the thing it signifies. For example, the word snarl pronounced in a snarling way. So now, let's get down to the origin, because y'all know I like dealing with the origin of words and all that, which I should have went to the origin of the word idol. And I'm going to go back to it. But the origin of the word icon comes from Greek, elkon, right? Which became Latin, which was borrowed by Latin. It was called icon. All right. So again, when I say that y'all know who started the languages and all that, we know who the ancient Greeks is and the ancient Latins were. For the ones who don't know, y'all should know. Do some research on the ancient Greeks and the ancient Latins, coat of arms and shit like that. Y'all see what's really going on and who really created these languages. So the word elkon means likeness, comma, or image, right? So likeness and image. Likeness or image is what the word elkon in Greek means. So after our likeness, after our image and all this rah-rah that we get out of the scriptures, you feel me? Got to pay attention, man. We got to pay attention to what they really said and what's really going on and what was going on during these times and who these things was wrote to and who was meant to interpret them. You feel me? It's a whole lot of things going on you got to pay attention to. So in Latin, when they turned it into icon, they said and they did this in the 16th century, I must add, which is like the 1500s. The 16th century is like the 1500s. All right, and they changed it. They changed the meaning to simile, or they didn't really change the meaning, but they used the word simile instead of likeness and image. They changed it to icon to mean simile in Latin. All right, so follow that so far. So y'all see how deep things can get real quick. So the thing I wanted y'all to peep to again was the images or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Of Mary and the child and all that kind of stuff, so y'all know, they let y'all know that that's what it is. But they ain't showing no picture like that right there on that one, but I don't want to get too off track. All right, so let me go back right quick to idol and check out the origin of the word idol. And they might have some more definition, no they don't. All right, so the origin of the word idol comes from, it say eidos, I can't tell this, yeah, it's an I. It say eidos, right, in Greek, meaning form or shape. Form or shape, all right? So then it went to Latin, and they changed it to idiom or something like that. Idioem. and it means image or form. All right, and then in Old French, they called it idol, but they don't have a meaning. So I guess it means the same thing, same meaning, transform, transferred to Old French, and then after Old French, it went to Middle English, and that's when they called it idol. But we also see that in in Latin, it's called idol already. You see what I'm saying? Meaning assembly, and we also see that it's already in Greek too, right? So we just gotta follow the words. So we see it's all the same thing. You see what I'm saying? That's really what I'm trying to say. And then we saw synonyms already for idol. So let's go back to the synonyms for icon. All right. So we can follow this thing all the way out so we can see the similarities, right? So the similarities of synonyms is image, idol, portrait, likeness, representation, symbol, figure, statue, model. So we already see like 2 or 3, 4, 5 words already that match the synonyms for idol. And it even has the word idol in it itself as a synonym. So it's letting you know it's the same thing. I'm just trying to show y'all. I know, these people ain't pulling no wool over nobody's head. You just got to look at what they're saying. All right, so let's go to another synonym. We'll click on God. All right, because God is a synonym of an idol, man. That's what they said. I ain't say that. That's what they said. Now, people might be like, man, I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? God ain't no idol. Or whatever. I don't know what y'all want to. I don't know what you want me to say. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just following what these words saying. So, it says study and show yourself approved. That's what my book say. It say test all spirits and see where they're coming from, you feel me? It say the kingdom of heaven is within. It say everything I need is within me. That's what I read. I don't know what y'all read. For real. It say don't bow down to no man on heaven, in heaven or earth or something like that, right? Don't make no similitudes or nothing. Nothing that crawling on the ground, no creeping things, no nothing, man. No Nathan. Like what my little brother name is. Nathan. No Nathan. No Nathan like that. You understand? Straight up. You gotta be Am. You feel me? My sister name. You feel me? You gotta be Am. You gotta understand the book. My name. Yeah. Gotta have that seal. You feel me? My mama name. You understand that? Yeah. You gotta be Mari. You gotta be Maurice. Yeah, that Saint. I know Saint Maurice is, huh? You feel me? Yeah. Then you got Daniel. Yeah, I know what Daniel all about. That's one to hold all the information in. Huh? Yeah. Real talk. That's the immediate connection right there. The whole net. You feel me? Real talk. Got the big book and the little book, man. The big T and the little T. You feel me? The scribes. Yeah, straight like that. But let's get into this God thing, though. Now, what is God? Because we know God is a synonym of the word idol. We already know we're on right with idols, right? That's what we're supposed to know, huh? We're supposed to know that. They already hit us with the image of Jesus Christ and all this type of stuff. They say you ain't supposed to rock like that. So I don't know what kind of Jesus Christ you represent, but it showed ain't supposed to be nailed on no picture and all that. Talking about he walked on the earth and all this kind of rah-rah, all this kind of jive, you feel me? So I think you need to rearrange how you think about your Jesus, and your God, because it better not be now one of these idols right here. Let's do it, man. So the word God means in Christianity and other monotheistic religions. The creator and ruler of the universe and source of all moral authority. The supreme being. Okay? That's one definition that's in Christianity and other monotheistic religions. It is the creator and ruler of the universe and source of all moral authority. The supreme being. Now, I agree with the source of all things, the creator. Like whatever that is, like how everything started from the beginning. But what it lost me at is when they said of all moral authority. No, your morality depends on you. It's your morality. You understand? So this is what makes this God an idol. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because people feel like it's God, it's what's going to cause them to be good and moral and all this type of stuff and perfect and serene and holier than thou type dumb shit. That's what I'm saying. Suppressing the real, true God that's in you that want to say, ooh shit, motherfucker, goddamn. Yeah, the real you that just want to just let some shit out. Like, nah, bitch, you cross me, I'm crossing you. Nah, you got me fucked up. Like, hey, listen. You just did something to my child. I'm finna fuck you up. You just did something to me. I'm finna fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's the real true God. That's the true you. That's the one that want to have fun and enjoy life and just live and be peaceful and, you know. But we'll defend itself whenever it's going down. That's what I'm saying. You gotta get in touch with that true self. Not the phony self, not the idle self, not the imagined, not the, like I said, the phony self. You gotta get with the living God, the true and living God, not the pretendo. Following the laws of other people and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Suppressing yourself for no reason. That's what I'm really trying to say. All right, but let's keep going. The second definition is in certain other religions, a superhuman being or spirit worshipped as having power over nature or human fortunes, a deity. Okay? So it's the deity part where people worship the sun, or people worship the air, or they worship the stars, they worship the moon, they worship the so-called planets and everything else. They worship something as a deity to represent the super being or the spirit. You see? It's having power over it. The superhuman being is what they said. Or spirit. They're using spirit and superhuman being as the same thing. You cannot put human and spirit. You understand? Like it's some type of man sitting on a throne, like most people think. People in religion, they think it's a pie in the sky. They think it's a man in the sky. They thinking it's a real Jesus, like I was saying, that walked on the earth, that's sitting on the right hand of God, that's going to come down from the clouds, right? That's what people actually believe. So if you believe that and you think he's sitting on the right hand side of the Father, right? That means you saying that you think God Almighty, this creator that we were talking about, this superhuman being, this ruler of the universe, this source of all moral authority, the supreme being, it's an actual person sitting on a throne in the clouds. That's what we're saying here. Is that what we're saying? Is that what you actually subscribe to? Tell the truth and shame the devil that don't exist. Oh, yeah, the devil say, yeah, the biggest trick is to make a person think that he don't exist. The Bible never even said that. Show me in the Bible where that scripture says that. Where's the scripture that says that? That the biggest trick the devil ever did was convince a man that he never existed or some shit like that. Find it. That's what I'm saying. We gotta get off this dumb time. For real, for real. Thinking a real man sitting on the throne, a man and Jesus sitting next to him, and he gonna come down in the clouds and save you. Some miraculous shit. So right now it's okay to suffer and go through what we're going through and all this kind of stuff, and you just supposed to sit down and just take the L until the W come from somebody else that's finna help you. Man, you done lost your, that's mental illness. Like I said, man, that's mental illness. That's insanity to the, I don't even know what degree. For real. Dropping the ball if you think like that, man. Now let's get to some of these synonyms in the second definition. So it's a deity, a goddess, divine being, celestial being, supreme being, divinity, immortal, creator, demiurge, godhead, daemon, numen, avatar. Now, y'all ain't gonna like this in a minute. Y'all, in 1 second, y'all ain't, it's a lot of things y'all probably ain't, y'all gonna be like, what's really going on? I have no idea how long this video gonna be. But like I said, it's gonna be full of some shit that you probably ain't never heard before. And this is Book talking to you right now. You feel me? Cover a whole bunch of shit at one time. So let's keep going through this shit. This is an important word, right? You would say. How many people actually look this word up? It's probably a lot of people that have looked it up, but if we haven't, it's a shame on us, right? Everybody holler about God this, God that, God this, God that. Hey, I know who God is. That's why I don't look it up and right? But you talking about the God these crackers talking about, you talking about the God these religions talking about, then you talking about this God right here on this goddamn screen. This goddamn God you talking about. One on this motherfucking screen right here. You ain't talking about the God that's coming out of my goddamn body right now. You ain't talking about the God that's talking to your ass right now, nigga. You let these crackers tell you it's this God right here. Got your ass following a deity, a goddess, a divine being, a celestial being, a supreme being, a divinity, a immortal being. You know what I'm saying? Being. It's a creator, demiurge, godhead, a daemon, a numen, a fucking avatar. Some physical shit for the most part. Let them, fake shit. All right, next definition. An image, idol, animal, or other object worshipped as divine or symbolizing a god. An image, first of all, that part. Idol, animal, or other object worshipped as divine or symbolizing a god. Now, understand that. You ain't supposed to worship no image because God don't have an image. Let's make man after our image, right? That's what it say in the scripture, right? So if you truly trying to get real understanding, if you see right here that it say you ain't supposed to follow no idols and all that, because it's a representation of an idol, and they call an idol a god, and a god is an image, right? And it say, let's make man after our image and after our likeness. And we already saw about that scripture about likeness and all that there. In the word icon. All right? So follow this logic. So now, a person like me, I'll be like, okay, I want to look at this scripture to be true and accurate, but a real mystery, like a dark spell. And so I have to turn on my inner light, my intuition, my understanding, my wisdom, you feel what I'm saying? My guidance, my genie. I had to put that light in the bottle, you know what I'm saying? That light, you feel me? I got to turn that motherfucker on. Got to crank that oil up. And see what the hell actually being said then. So it say, let's make man after our image. That means how we want to make that motherfucker, man. Let's make it after however we want to make it. Not necessarily after the image of him himself. People like, I'm made after the image of God. So y'all think God is a man because y'all thinking it's saying that, hey, I'm made after the image of God. Meaning that you look just like God. You feel me? But nah, God saying I made the image how I wanted to make the motherfucker. Let's make man after our image. It's like, let's make this fucking phone after our image. Like that fucking picture that we draw, the way that we imagine the phone to look. That's how we gonna make this motherfucker. Let's make this car after our image, the way we decided to make this car look. Let me keep on giving y'all different examples so y'all can really hear what I'm saying, so y'all can hear the paradox in what I'm saying. Something that seems absurd, but it's fucking true. This is what we mean by image when we read this scripture. We're not talking about after the image of a real supreme being, where you think that it's a man sitting in the goddamn clouds. Because you're reading this scripture saying we made after the image of him, so that means God is a man. So it's easy to believe that Jesus was God on earth. Because he came in the image of the Father. What? Stop playing with yourself. Stop playing with your life. Stop playing with our future generations. It's time to look at it in the right way or leave it alone. Like, stop dealing with it, period. You're going to read, learn, understand. You're going to study and show yourself approved, or just leave it the fuck alone. All right? Real talk. So let's get into some more definitions. Let's get into these synonyms, man. I'm telling y'all. So now synonyms is idol, graven image, icon, golden calf, totem, talisman, fetish, mascot, juju. All right? Yeah, but I got my juju. I think it's a show called Juju. So now y'all see where we at with this. It's an image, an idol, an animal, or other object worshipped as the divine or symbolizing a god. That's what this is. You understand? That's what a mascot is. We heard about mascots, the tigers. Now we look up a tiger god, we're going to find one. We look up whatever other shit, we're going to find one. We even got devil mascots and shit. Come on, man. Let's be for real. Let's be dead ass serious. And this is synonyms with golden calf. Gotta be kidding me. Stop playing. All right. So another definition 3, right? It say an adored, admired, or influential person. An adored, admired, or influential person. All right. So that's celebrities type thing. A thing according to the supreme importance appropriate to a god. A thing accorded the supreme importance appropriate to a god. What did it say? Listen. It say a thing accorded the supreme importance appropriate to a god. That means following things that you think God wants you to follow type stuff. All right. So in origin, it say Old English of Germanic origin, related to Dutch God, lowercase or whatever the case, that make a damn difference. And German Gott, G-O-T-T. You understand? All right. So now, As we understand a little bit what God is, let's look at some of these synonyms. Let's check out deity, because we saw deity at one point. What is a deity? A deity is a god or goddess in polytheistic religion. Now they want to blame it on polytheistic religion, but we just got the definition out of monotheistic religion. You understand? So, and some of the synonyms for this is God, goddess, divine being, celestial being, supreme being, divinity, immortal, creator, demiurge, Godhead, daemon, Numen, and avatar. We just heard a whole selection of the same synonyms from another word, and that must mean God, because the origin is God, or the word deity. And it comes from Deus, it say. So D-E-U-S is what it say. It say from D-E-U-S, right? So it sounds like Deuce. So you put a Z in front of that motherfucker, what you get? Zeus. All right? Then you put a J in front of that motherfucker, you know what I mean? After Jesus, you get Jesus. Goddamn. Well, how the fuck you want to put that shit? Y'all know where the fuck I'm going with it. Y'all know Zeus is similar to well, y'all might not know that. Zeus is similar to Jesus. Some shit like that. Well, yeah, man, I'm just telling y'all. I'm just trying to get to you raw. All right, so let me keep on going before I get tired and don't want to keep going no more. All right, but because I'm giving y'all that knowledge, man, and I might have to been to stop this motherfucker and hit y'all with another part 3. You know, because this shit finna get super deep. It don't get better. It keep getting worse and worse and worse. By the time I get through with you, you're gonna understand for sure what's going on. All right, so now check this out. The word daemon, it say in ancient Greek belief, a divinity or supernatural being of a nature between gods and humans, an inner or attendant spirit of inspiring force. Okay, now this is where it gets fucked up at. Now we look at the synonyms for the word daemon. We get the word genius, numen, and demon. God damn it. Tutelary spirit, familiar spirit, attendant spirit, genius loci. Right? And second definition, they say archaic spelling of demon. Do you understand me? Do y'all follow what I'm saying, man? It's a mid 16th century common spelling of demon until 19th century. So they say in the 1500s, the word daemon was the common spelling. The common spelling of the word daemon was demon. And then they said, and it stopped in the 1800s, is what they're saying. Come on, man. So what's really going on? So you boys, I'm a demon and all this kind of stuff. They're saying that they're a genius and they're Numen and they that spirit, that innate spirit and all that, right? The genie in the bottle, but they got you thinking about something outside. Got you double talking. You don't know what you represent. You don't know what you really following. You see? And what devil y'all talking about? What demons y'all talking about? You feel me? All right, come on, let's get serious, man. Let's click on demon, just so y'all don't get it twisted. What is a demon? Everybody's supposed to know what this is, but we ain't gonna leave no stone unturned. The word demon is an evil spirit or devil, especially one thought to possess a person or act as a tormentor in hell. Now, you got to read these words. They say an evil spirit or devil, especially one thought to possess a person. That phrase one thought, especially one thought, meaning that's not necessarily true is what they're telling you. This is not necessarily a fact, right? One thought to possess a person or act as a tormentor in hell. This is what they're saying is a thought. Nobody really subscribing to that shit about no torment in hell and all that. It's what they're telling you. Okay? Demon is a cruel, evil, or destructive person or thing. Okay? You understand that? Well, actually, let me check out some of these synonyms from the first one. It say the word for demon is devil, fiend, or synonyms. Demon, devil, fiend, evil spirit, fallen angel, cacodemon. I never heard that before. Incubus, succubus, hellbound, afret, rakasha. It's a rakshasha, some shit. And the opposite of that is an angel. The opposite of it is an angel, right? So now we got to all this from idol. We got to all this from God. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff is like synonym type stuff. This is crazy, right? So listen, you already see it's devil right here. That's off the rip. Y'all say devil is Satan is the devil, right? Y'all already equate the devil with the fallen angels and all that. You feel me? So y'all tell me what's going on. Y'all tell me what's going on. Think with your own mind. Think with your own mind. Look at here, look at here, look at here, right? So now, let's go into the other synonyms from the definition of a cruel, evil, or destructive person or thing. Similar is a monster, ogre, fiend, devil, villain, brute, savage, beast, barbarian, animal. All right? So when you're using any of these words, you're referring to a demon. All right? So now, let's go to another definition. It's reckless, mischief, devouring. You know what I mean? So, the last synonyms I just said, when you use those synonyms like monster, ogre, fiend, devil, villain, all that stuff, is you're referring to yourself as a cruel, evil, or destructive person or thing. So, second definition. Another definition is reckless, mischief, or devouring. Reckless mischief. Reckless mischief, meaning devouring. Or devilry. That's what it says, devilry. All right? So, reckless mischief can be summed up in the word of devilry. All right? Second definition is a forceful, fierce, or skillful performer of a specified activity. A forceful, fierce, or skillful performer of a specified activity. Now, most people relate this to a good thing when they use the word I'm a demon, or I'm a devil, or I'm a beast, or I'm a monster, or all that type of stuff. But according to definition, that's not referring to that. It's referring to a cruel, evil, or destructive person or thing. Now, if you want to relate the word demon to the definition of a forceful, fierce, or skillful performer of a specified activity, right? You will be referring it with the synonyms of the words like a genius, a wizard, an expert, a master, adept, virtuoso, maestro, past master, marvel, prodigy, star, wonder kid, hot shot, whiz kid, buff, ninja, old hand, pro, ace, something else, right? But something else, dab hand, maven, crackerjack, proficient. You understand? The opposite of that is amateur. So when you refer yourself to a demon, it's to refer yourself as a forceful, fierce, or skillful performer of a specified activity, with the synonyms as I just read. But if you're referring to yourself as a monster or a beast, a savage, stuff like that, you put in the curse of being a cruel, evil, or destructive person or thing. Because words are spells. So you got to know what you're saying so you won't cast the wrong spells on yourself. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. And it's from the word daemon, right? Meaning God and all that. So now let's get down to the origin of the word. The origin of the word daemon comes from the word deity, or it can mean genius, right? Deity or genius. Okay? And then that's in Greek. And then get on down to Latin, it means lesser or evil spirit. So in Latin, it became a lesser or evil spirit. In Greek, it was a deity, a genius. All right? So the second definition of the word demon, it says variant spelling of daemon, the second definition of daemon. And we read that already. And ironically, the third definition of demon means a police officer, but it's informal, so I don't want to read that. Okay. So here goes the second definition of daemon right here. The second definition of daemon is a background process that handles requests for services such as print, spooling, and file transfer, and is dormant when not required. So they calling this a demon, though. It's yeah. All right, so let's go back to the top, get to some more deep information. But y'all see the main point in that. That the word daemon is a synonym with the word demon and all that. That's basically what the whole idea is. And this word daemon came from the word, let's see. Daemon came from the word deity. Okay, well, that's when we're talking about the gods, false gods, and all that. Just give y'all a recap. And the word deity came from the word God. All right? We're talking about the supreme being and all that, graven images and totems and shit. All right? And the word God came from the word idol. And you ain't supposed to be really dealing with no idol. We're dealing with image and all that kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying? And the word idol, yeah, that's where we started from. So let's run right back through this thing again. Get back to the word idol, where we started from. We went through icon and God. So now let's go through image right quick. What's an image? An image is a representation of the external form of a person or thing in art. All right? A visible impression obtained by a camera, telescope, microscope, or other device, or displayed on a computer or video screen, which is a picture, a facsimile, a photograph, a snapshot, a photo. Well, let's go back to the top. Check out some of these synonyms right quick. So the image, right, the representation of the external form of a person or thing in art. Similarities mean likeness, resemblance, depiction, portrayal, representation, statute, sculpture, bust, effigy, figure, figurine, doll, carving, painting, picture, portrait, drawing, or sketch, right? Synonym type of stuff that kind of collaborate what I was telling you earlier. All right, so now let's get to the photo synonyms. So it's a picture, a facsimile. I think that's how you say it, a photograph, snapshot, photo, a representation. So now another definition is an optical appearance or counterpart produced by light or other radiation from an object reflected in a mirror or refracted through a lens. All right, so the synonyms for that is reflection, mirror image, lightness, and echo. Now, peep game, it said optical appearance. For anybody who know about optics, you know that's dealing with your eyes. You know what I'm saying? That's your optics. When I was telling you earlier, I think it might have been another video, but optical deals with the eyes. So everything you see is just a figment of what you seeing out of your eyes, your optic appearance, right? Optical appearance, right? And they say, or counterpart produced by light. So everything you see is produced by light. You understand? So light becomes matter, basically. So you don't want to follow the worship no light, basically. You don't want to worship the light, but the light is all things. The light is the sun. That's what they're talking about. It say, or other radiation from an object reflected in a mirror. All right? So they're saying what we seeing is reflected in a mirror. And they say, or refracted through a lens. All right? So refract is like the flip. You see what I'm saying? Twist around. And through a lens, you got your lens, your eyes. It's the eyes. The eyes is the windows to the soul. People they're trying to teach you. All right? So in mathematics, it's a point or set formed by mapping from another point or set. Sound like a line to me. So an image can be a line, a point, or a set formed by mapping from another point or set. All right, computing an exact copy of a computer's hard disk made by backing up data or setting up new machines. Another definition for the word image is a mental representation or idea. Okay, then we have a person or thing that closely resembles another. Okay, so let's go back to that mental representation or idea and check out some of these synonyms. So when we're speaking of image, we're speaking of a conception, impression, idea, concept, perception, notion, conceptualization, a vision, a mental representation, a mental picture, a fancy, a thought. All right, a thought is an image. Everything within is a thought. Everything is a thought. Everything is mental, basically, right? So you might hear people say that. That's what we're saying, man. Listen, hey, come on. All right. So a person or thing that closely resembles another. A person or thing that closely resembles another. All right. So now when they say we like God and stuff like that, that's what they're trying to say. That's what we're trying to say. A double, a replica, look-alike, clone, copy, reproduction, twin, duplicate, exact likeness, facsimile, counterpart, mirror image, doppelganger, very spit, dead spit, spitting image, chip of the old block, ringer, dead ringer, similitude. All right. All right. So then we have semblance or likeness, in biblical use. And wait, hold up. Wait a minute. I was about to read right past that. This definition right here says semblance or likeness, and it has in parentheses in biblical use an idol. What you say? Come on, man. All right. So in biblical use, it means an idol, right? Because we know we talk about idols in the Bible. But what I'm trying to get y'all to see is that the idols and synonyms is idol, icon, fetish, golden calf, false god, totem, talisman. And we know that when we look up the word God, that it was synonyms with the idol and all that stuff, icon and stuff. Then it's synonyms with this image deal and all that kind of stuff. Icon meaning like the picture of Jesus and stuff like that. But we see these pictures and representations all around the churches, man. So ask yourself the question: What are we following? Are we following the icon, the idols or not? Are we following false gods like a golden calf, stuff like that or not? What are we doing? What are y'all doing? I said, not what we doing. What are y'all doing? That's what I want to know. Because this thing started off as, do you follow idols or not? So you got any kind of representation of it, that's your idol. All right. So let's keep going. So it's the general impression that a person, organization, or product presents to the public. It's the general impression that a person, organization, or product presents to the public. Okay, so somebody pressing a general impression upon you, yeah, they're working an image on you. All right, so it's a simile or metaphor. Image means a simile or metaphor. Remember, we saw the word simile earlier, dealing with icon and stuff like that. So it's letting you know these icons and stuff like that can be similar. It was in Latin that the word icon meant simile, and then in Greek it meant likeness and something like that. And so it's letting you know under the simile aspect, it's a simile or a metaphor. And they're saying like something that seems to be something else, but it's really not. It's like a joke. You see what I'm saying? The synonyms are simile, metaphor, metonymy, or something like that. Metonymy, figure of speech, right? Figure of speech, trope, turn of a phrase, figurative expression, rhetorical device, conceit, word painting, word picture, right? A word picture. What the hell? Come on, man. It's telling you that this book that y'all read, that y'all take for face value, is like it's a metaphor, it's a simile, it's a figure of speech. It's, these wild ideas, right? So now it means make a representation of the external form of. Make a representation of the external form of. Okay? So something that is not really what it is a representation of it. Alright? It's make a visual representation of something by scanning it with a detector or electromagnetic beam. Whoa. Make a visual representation of something by scanning it with a detector or electromagnetic beam. So is that the ray of light or whatever that beams on everybody that's making us like beaming up sky, making us exist because we all attached to an electromagnetic beam because we know our atmosphere is made up of electromagnetic waves and energy, right? So yeah, we are submerged inside of electromagnetism, which is probably a beam that's making us visual. Everything has a beam of electromagnetism around it that causes it to be visible. That's the light. Electromagnetism is light from the sun. And like I said, the magnetism mixing together, hence electromagnetism. Right? So now, let's go to the computer. Make an exact copy of a computer's hard disk or form a mental picture or idea of. All right. So the origin of the word means to imitate. It says from Middle English, from Old French, from Latin imago, related to imitate. So it's related to imitate. So at the top part, it don't say nothing about no related. It just says that's where it comes from English. From English, that's how I made it to English, from the word imago, which is Latin. And Latin means the image that we just got finished reading. All the images. All right, so now let's keep it moving. I think this might be a good time to take a little break, man. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all already see where I'm going with this shit. Damn, I keep on going back too goddamn far. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and go to lightness in the next video. You know what I mean? So yeah, y'all come on over. check out the other one. Check out the link below. And get on to the next one. Peace.